Okay, so I'm going to break down the Anna Nzinga Christianity um, paper that was written by myself. So before I speak about Anna Nzinga, I have to give you a background um, about how her Christianity furthered her regime. To give you a background, so Anna Nzinga is actually a queen who ruled during the 17th century. She rose to power during like a Portuguese expansion, where the Portuguese were like spreading Catholicism and converting others to Christianity. So so what she did was use her her newly reformed Christianity, because she wasn't first Christian. So after being converted to Christian, she used that skill and to help her further her regime. So this brings me to her Christianity. So Chris Nazinga, being a Christian, she actually adopted like the aspects of it, but she didn't accept it like passively. So she used her like religion to build like alliances and gain respect. This strengthened her authority within both African and European frameworks. There is a primary source that states that the Portuguese, when she went to go meet with them, they wanted her to sit on the rug, and instead of like bringing herself down to the lower level because she was a female, she actually sat on her servant maid and negotiated, started talking. So this brings us to like her legitimacy. So there's three scholars that spoke up about her legitimacy because it was a debate. Because John Thornton actually said that she was legitimized by the military control, but Joseph C. Miller, who's another scholar, challenged challenged them because he said that she went against the secession norms. At this time, women were rarely in power. So with this, he felt that she was um changing like the mindset. She started wearing men's clothes. She was like doing everything that um a man in this era would do. So Linda Haywood actually adds to it and says like basically you have European biases that actually said that she was more bloodthirsty and violent, and like they were tearing her name. And she Linda Haywood said that wasn't the case. Later on I'll explain um what Linda Haywood was talking about. So this brings to the challenge of historical record. So most of the sources from the year were put in the European observation. So it was observed through one eye. As we learn from Michel Trollet, which is a Haitian um, scholar, he said you're either going to tell the story from the shore or from the boat. So somebody history is going to be silenced. So in this particular moment, it was told to Europeans. So the African side was like silence. And it created like gaps and biases because it's one sided. So this brings me back to Miss Linda Haywood. She actually brought had a balanced view, and this is what made it accurate to me, like the best source to make it accurate, because the balanced view was the European observation and the African observation, and she kind of put it together to make um to highlight her legacy. So let's talk about her legacy. So she was very skillful, and she integrated her religion, her Christianity, to help her create like alliances and go out the norm. So she challenged the gender norms. She left a lasting impact as a political savvy and resilient queen. This queen also made a way for future queens to come to power and develop. She One of her famous quotes that I really love was, "Don't call me a female royal leader. I am your queen. If it's too hard, just call me king." And that really touched me. So in conclusion, Nzinga used her Christianity to strengthen her political power. Historians did debate about her legitimacy, but they all came together to say that her Christianity is a big part of her pushing um, to keeping her regime. And then history is shaped by perspectives. So you need to have both sides to create that lens to be fully understanding. And here are my resources, and I'm done.